For me, it's a good thing, and hopefully you don't mind the idea, but if you do, tough, because they're not your horses. So that's the beauty of this, is I get to do what I want because they're my horses. Good morning, friends. It's a beautiful morning. I'm running out to do chores before work. I just thought I would video on my way down and kind of get an update for you on Blaze. Blaze is about 6 weeks old now. Is that right? Born on June 4th, so July 4th, and now, yeah, so about 6 weeks. And he looks amazing. But I've also had he and his mom running with Chippy. And I'm gonna explain a little more about that. Some of you may think that's not a good idea, but sorry, that's something that I wanted to do, and I'll explain here in just a little bit. So we're actually going to put them out on the pasture, and I'll show you an update of the stud pen that I've started welding and fixing up with my Bonanza pipe and steel. Kevin, it's looking awesome here, and I couldn't be more appreciative to you guys. You guys are awesome. So guys, let's go. I'm gonna let them out in the pasture. Look at them, guys. They're heading out to pasture. I just opened the gate. I have not finished my fence up above, but I've tied some twine up there, and it's kept them in because there's all this green pasture out here. So guys, right here, Chippy is a registered quarter horse. He is a son of Chipper, our favorite horse here on the farm. And he will be the last. No, I'm sorry, Nugget was the last that she had. But he's by my Stallion 66. And then his mom is Chipper. And Chipper goes back to my grandpa's Stallion, Chip. Rosewood Chip, and he goes back to Driftwood. And so that line has been in our family for, I would say, 60 years at least, before I was born. But a lot of my cousins and stuff don't raise horses anymore on that side of the family, and so we really want to keep that bloodline alive. And so that's why, even though Chippy's only 2 years old, we've let him run with Lex, because Lex is also through that line, and that's what they call line breeding. They're not so closely related that it's gonna cause a deformed foal, but it just puts genetics that you want together. And so I'm so excited to have Lex exposed to Chippy back here. And I'm actually going to take her today and see, because Blaze here is 6 weeks old, that means that she's had time to come into her foal heat and even a second heat since then. And so there's a good chance that she could be pregnant. And if she is, that'll change everything as far as where I can pasture her and stuff like that. But isn't Blaze looking awesome, guys? At just 6 weeks old. Sorry, we cut him going potty there. That's why he's standing kind of funny. But doesn't he look great, guys? And our pasture looks green. When my son-in-law was here, we used the new brush hog and we knocked down a lot of the weeds. You may wonder, why did you leave some weeds out there? Well, if you notice, those are sunflowers, and Vicky thought they were pretty to get some pictures. so we'll get some pictures with the sunflowers before we maybe mow them down too. But tell me what you think, guys. Again, you may not agree with it. I get some mean comments sometimes about backyard breeders and stuff like that, but that's fine. I don't mind being a backyard breeder if that means breeding horses that I want, and especially if I can get such nice ones. And I like to have a baby or two a year. It's just fun to have some babies on the farm. So not only do I rescue horses, but then I raise a few registered quarter horses of my own. And that's what Blaze here is. And those of you that know the daddy to Chippy here, my Stallion 66, he's been leased to Martin's quarter horses in Bayfield, Colorado. But that lease will be up this fall. They will have had him for 2 breeding seasons. Their babies are selling very well. They only have 1 left for this year. So if you want to get on the list for next year, you better contact them. But since my lease will be up with them, and they actually traded one of the 66 fillies that they have on the ground right now, just a little girl, for a blue roan stallion that will be on the Martin's quarter horses farm. So they don't need 66 anymore, which is okay, because I've got someone else that's gonna lease him, I think. I'll announce that to you later when it's official. You may wonder, why do I lease him out and why not just have him here on the farm? Well, if I have him here on the farm, I only have a couple mares that I could breed him to. But by leasing him to someone that has some really nice mares, it exposes him to a lot more mares. And 66 babies are becoming pretty well liked and in demand. They're definitely making a name for themselves, and so it's super fun. So tell me what you think of this cute little family. The flies are so bad this time of year. I can put some fly wipe on here in a little bit, but when they're out in the pasture, it's almost impossible to keep fly wipe on them all the time. I could put a fly mask on them, and maybe I'll try that. Sharon Weaver sent me some cool little fly distractors, but you have to have them on a halter. And I don't like having them run with the halter out here. So they're kind of cool looking, but I haven't used them much. But there you go, guys. I think Chippy is beautiful. He's only 2 years old, so he's a little shorter than Lex right now, but he's well put together, and that will cross my grandpa's genetics, the driftwood, onto the Pepto-Bismol from 66. It'll be a great cross. So I'm hoping that Lex is in full, and that will be super fun. I am gonna go get some fly wipe because the flies are just really bothering Chippy this morning. Or maybe I will put a fly mask on. Anyway, guys, let me know. That's funny, I just said anyway. Maureen's family said that I'm the one that always says anyway, so Mr. Anyway. So it's made me conscientious of that, so I'm trying to do better. But I just wanted you guys to get a good view of these 3. Tell me what you think of Blaze. I do have someone very interested in him, but he said if I get a good offer before this fall, when he's ready for him, that I could take him. I will not wean him until probably October 15th, no sooner than that. But come on, show him how you move. There you go. Isn't he beautiful, guys? Come on, run around a little bit. Isn't he pretty, guys? Now this is Lex's baby, obviously, and by my old stallion, Gold 66, that we did gild and sold to a guy that's roping on him now. So, pretty cool. Well, guys, I want to go show you my stud pen. It is looking so much better. Thanks to Bonanza Pipe and Steel. They have these very heavy gauge steel mesh panels called Delmar panels, and it has really improved the look of my stallion pen and how strong it's going to be. So let me go show you. Pretty exciting. So these are the Delmar panels. This is a 5x16 panel. It's a heavy gauge steel, and there's a bunch of them piled up here, so you can't really see through it very well. But remember, on this side I've had this. It's an old pool fence that I found in the backyard of a rental that we had. Anyway, so we'll clean that up, but there you go, guys. Look how good that looks. I am so excited. It just has totally cleaned it up. Instead of just having this old wire that was getting pretty worn, and these old panels that I was having to put in front of it to keep them. And then also my welds had broke over the years, so I'm re-welding everything, reinforcing it, and then putting this Delmar panel over the top and welding that. It's a galvanized, so it's now welded on there, so it can rust right where I welded it, but everywhere else is this really nice heavy gauge galvanized panel. I'm super excited. Let me take you on the outside and I'll show you what I've been doing out there. What do you think so far? I'll show you the outside here in just a second, but what do you think of Lex and Chippy? Like I say, I know I'll get some comments that are not nice, and that's fine, because I raise horses I want to raise, not what others want. But some people are like, he doesn't even hasn't made a name for himself, hasn't been shown, I'm not into showing or making a name. The name that we like is the Driftwood horses through Rosewood Chip. That was my grandfather's horse. I probably have a picture of him. I'll see if I do. If not, I'll show you Lex's dad, who looks just like his great-grandfather. Anyway, so we like to have those horses on the farm, and if Chippy can sire a foal out of Lex, it'll be really fun to perpetuate that line. I was able to breed her to a stallion that I am excited about, and not have to, sorry, my hair's all messed up, and not have to have my Stallion 66 home because he's out in Bayfield, Colorado. Anyway, for me it's a good thing, and hopefully you don't mind the idea, but if you do, tough, because they're not your horses. So that's the beauty of this, is I get to do what I want because they're my horses. But let me show you the outside of this, and then tell me what you think. I think this is looking just beautiful. So here's the old wire I pulled down. I had an old panel laying there. Anyway, I'm gonna be able to remove all of that, and now look at how good it looks. And then I decided to reinforce with old horseshoes, so that only makes it even stronger. So there you go, guys. Tell me what you think of my Del Mar panel for my Stallion pin. I am so excited about it. So there you have it, guys. Now obviously I've got more to go here and more to go there. And the cool thing is this stuff cuts with a grinder or with just bolt cutters. So if you don't have a grinder, you can just cut it with bolt cutters. It's really nice. But I am super excited. I'm gonna actually take a picture and send to Blake because he doesn't know about all this. So I'm gonna send him a picture and show him. Right as I started through this little hole right here, it made me think of my drinking post. Guys, this is the coolest thing. If you have horses, we were sponsored by Drinking Post a long time ago, and a horse just pushes down, it fills with water, clean, fresh, cold water. If it gets to that point, it goes around this ridge and then goes down to a leach field. And there you have it. Oh, and then even in the wintertime, so say the horse is done drinking, within 45 seconds, it's supposed to have drained completely. And so it never freezes, and it's just awesome. So guys, check out Drinking Post and put in code FARM66 and they'll give you a discount on your Drinking Post. But isn't that cool, guys? I don't know that it's been 45 seconds yet, but look at that, it's just cleared out. It's a little bit dirty, but not bad. There's just some sand and stuff that has come in, so I can wash it a little bit. But the horses love it. They have clean, fresh water all the time that does not freeze in the winter, and they have cool, clean water in the summer, and it's just awesome. So there you have it, guys. Check out Drinking Post. As I was heading back in, I noticed Loverboy and Chipper over there. They're hoping I'm gonna throw them a snack, even though they've got a bunch of green pasture. But man, the flies are bad this time of year. But if there's any of you out there that have multiple horses, you know, I've got about 10 or 12 right now, I think, between the horses and the donkeys. I can't come out and spray fly spray on every horse, especially out in the pasture every day. Is there something that works? And again, not even putting a fly mask on each of them every day it's not feasible. I can't go to every pasture and put fly spray on them and masks and then go take them off at night and go catch them out in the field. So is there something that works for these horses out in pasture? Is there some kind of fly something that will help? But Loverboy, you're sure pretty, and so are you, Chipper. And your son over there may become a daddy, so you'll be a grandma. Pretty cool. Well guys, thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed going with me as I checked on the animals and did chores this morning, but I gotta get to work. If you haven't checked out Vicky's channel, Quick and Tasty on the Farm, go check out her channel. She's amazing, and you'll love watching and learning how to do some amazing recipes. So have a good one, guys.